Yep, now see how everything's moving? Yep. Okay, you'll be able to get in now.
Oh.
sorry about that. We just, just a few things here. We are live. We are venturing into live streaming now. And for the first time, hey, there we are on the other screen. Don't watch that one. That's gonna confuse you. We are on.
We're famous.
We are famous. We made it to Webavision, or is that what you call it? So this is our first time doing this. We're used to doing a podcast where we're just kind of anonymous.
Yeah.
So we've been working out really hard for several months now.
Yeah, just face for radio.
Trying to do something.
Try.
Yeah. So we're really excited about the lineup that we've got tonight. We've got Ziggie right here from Charleston, South Carolina area. We're going to be featuring some new music from Terry and Diane McCabe. We're going to be checking in with our friends from North Carolina, the lasTrumpeT. They're going to rock your socks off tonight, dude. It's going to be awesome. We've got our good friend Ashley Worhol. I see that she's got a watch party that is going on. I see that we've just picked up a few more viewers. We're going to get started in just a second here with our friends over at Raw Coffee. We've also got, to top off the evening, our friends Carla and Orlando from Armor of God. Yeah, we're going to talk more about them later. And we're going to have a special visit tonight from our friend Stacy from Revelation Resistance Podcast. He's got a few things that he wants to say to us. So I am going to put on my glasses, the atomic clock on the fishbowl wall. What time does it say, Dan?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. So, everybody, this could be, as we were saying today, probably the most beautiful, ugly thing you'll ever see. Endless forms, most beautiful and ugly in the terms of our friends from Nightwish. So,
but which of us is beautiful and which of us is ugly?
I think it's going to be my fingers on the controls as we do this.
Old beefy fingers.
Yes. The last time we live switched like this was in 2002?
Yeah, on the radio.
When we were on radio, and I accidentally hit Neil Bortz while you were supposed to be talking. So, yeah, we were on regular talk radio. So, we are going to go to our first act. Our first act tonight is our good friend Ziggie, and he is right here from Charleston, South Carolina area. He is a singer-songwriter. Really excited to have him on. And it's going to be awesome. He is going to be at the Raw Coffee Company. I spend a lot of money there. My good friend Dan Guzman runs the place. Excellent coffee. It's at 110 South Goose Creek Boulevard here in the Charleston, South Carolina area. And we are going to go to Ziggie right out there at the Raw Coffee Company. So let's go in and check with Dan and Ziggie over at the Raw Coffee Company. And I hope everybody is ready to rock. We're gonna rock some singer-songwriter.
Yeah, if they can't hear us, can they put a comment or something?
Yeah, if you can't hear us, put a comment. We're watching the comments screen. If Dan is scaring you, let us know that too.
Hey, I'll let him get used to me.
There we go. So we're gonna toss it over to Dan Guzman and Ziggie over at the Raw Coffee Company, and just hold on while we do some live switching here.
Hey, good evening, everybody. My name is Dan Guzman. I'm one of the owners of Raw Coffee Company here in Goose Creek, South Carolina. I'm so excited tonight to have my brother Ziggie Ziegler here. Going to be playing for you tonight, and decided to do this out at the coffee shop. So couldn't think of a better venue for doing that tonight. So with that, Ziggie, can't wait to hear you play.
I can't wait to be doing it, man. I'm getting ready. It's a rare opportunity to be playing anywhere these days, so it's exciting. Well, all right. Good evening. I'm live here at Raw Coffee in Goose Creek, South Carolina. I'm happy to be here tonight to bring you some music that I pray you'll not only enjoy, but will bless your heart and bless your life. I'm Ziggie. Been around the block for a long time playing music. Had different bands, and I'm a praise and worship leader just down the street here in Goose Creek at Victory Christian Church. And I'm looking forward tonight to just getting down to some music, something that's good and positive and entertaining right now. That'll pray take your mind and your thoughts away from all the craziness that's going on out there. So I'd like to introduce this first song here. Song that is, it's a couple years old now, but it's about a girl in Bulgaria that turned 18. She was living in an orphanage and had nowhere to go, didn't have any family or anyone to support her. She was out all alone in the world. And if you think what's going on around us now is scary, imagine what's going on in her mind and her heart in a former communist country where they don't have hardly anything like we have here. So I'm going to be quiet now and I'm going to just play some music. Just hold on. Christ. You know, we have a lot to be thankful for in this country, and a lot to be thankful for in our own individual lives. So let's focus on that for a change, and let's stop watching the news, and let's stop watching everything that's going on out there, because we know that it's going to happen eventually. The Bible talks about the end times, and it's crazy, but don't let the crazy get you crazy. Okay, so turning now to an older song, actually, from 1990 and since on, I have been writing songs about the Lord. It's always been, Christian based, and this one is like one of the very first ones when I first became a believer, and the songs that God was pouring into my heart to write. It sounded a little like Van Halen originally, because I had a good friend who was totally into Van Halen, but a few years back I made an acoustic version of it and changed up the rhythm a little bit, and I'd like to share that with you now. It just simply says, nothing is impossible with God. Amen. All right. Gonna take a sip of my raw coffee here. Awesome. Okay. Now we'll rewind back to forward, I should say, back to 2020. Earlier this year, I had been working with a producer in Nashville, Billy Smiley. Some of you know him from the band Whiteheart. The first song I did, Hold On, was a song that I co-wrote with him a couple years back when I had a band called Soul Creek, and we co-wrote some others this past February, right before all the fun stuff started going down. This, by the way, I just want to say I'm not trying to downplay this thing because if anyone's gotten sick, but I know that it's been hard on all of us for a long time, so we're just trying the best to deal with it. This song doesn't sound Christian because it's not really a title that you would think would be part of a Christian song. It's called Martinis and Blues, and it's basically looking at what was happening even before the shutdowns and the having to do the restrictions and everything. We were talking about what's been going on in the world, and it's like, what has happened to the world that we grew up in? It's totally changed. We used to feel a lot more confident, a lot more free. Nowadays there's fear, there's uncertainty, and we imagined that the world we once knew is vacationing somewhere. It's often an islander sipping on martinis, laying on the beach, relaxing, talking about the good old days, and yet they're singing the blues about what's happening now, and we're wondering what happened. So as you take a listen to this song, see if anything rings true in you.
I was so wayward, thinking that life was mind control. I was so desperate, but my own brain is taking its toll. Do you feel me? Seems like all the best laid plans crumble like a castle in neighbor's hand. You've been so foolish, you don't have the answer, but you're willing to bet. So you take a gamble, free falling away with no safety net. It's insane. You the world like the three blind lights, Russian roulette as you roll the dice. I don't know what this whole world's coming to. It's falling apart at the seams, it's true. Whatever happened to the world we once knew? 'Cause I live on an island with martinis and blues. Not all about you. You bending the rules that you try to control. Let the evidence haunt you. Refusing the truth that you try to ignore. What a shame. Living your life in a purple haze. Man, how I long for the good old days. I don't know what this whole world's coming to. It's falling apart at the seams, it's true. Whatever happened to the world we once knew? 'Cause I live on an island with martinis and blues. Martinis and blues. Seeing the world through blinded eyes. You can't see the forest for all the lies. Well, I don't know what this whole world's coming to. It's falling apart at the seams, it's true. Whatever happened to the world we once knew? 'Cause I live on an island with martinis and blues. Martinis and blues. Ooh. Oh, the blues.
All right, so got through that. I hope you enjoyed that. That's a brand new song. It was not really, we hadn't really, finished it because hadn't been able to get back to Nashville since all this has been going down. So it's been a work in progress, and I hope you enjoyed that. Would also enjoy to hear the feedback too, by the way. I do have another song here that's was done with my band Soul Creed. It was co-written with the guitar player Mike Kelly. It was back in the days when we were known as Faith Haven. This goes back to 2016. We had a CD out called Set in Motion, and I wrote the lyrics. It was one of those songs that God, kind of just let the lyrics all come out at one time, like Hold On. It was the same experience. And I think its message is always relevant. And a lot of us, not even without 2020, a lot of us through life, we start to feel beaten up by life, shattered dreams, plans that don't work out, people that come against us and tell us a lot more about what we're not than what we are. And God takes all that and forms us into the person that He wants us to be if we're willing to yield to Him and let Him do His work. And when He does give us victories, that's even through the tough times, but especially in the victories, it's time to get up and give Him a praise. We need to do more of that. We need to give individually. We need to do more of that. Not just going to church, singing with the praise band, not just singing along with the radio because we're driving, we're doing other things. But we just need to take a time in our own life and focus. Give Him a praise. Any crickets out there. But anyway, I had such a good time playing the songs here. It's been a little while, but just praying that things will normalize soon. We can all get back to praising God and together again as a community. Anyway, thanks for having me, and just want to say God bless and thank you.
Everybody just stand by. We are working on a technical difficulty right now. Just stand by.
I've got this disease. I've been on and off this train. It's brought me to my knees. Will you stay with me? Please don't turn away. The struggle I feel is real, taking its toll today. The conductor with a gleam in the eye says, come on board the train and take a ride. Broken needles, broken promises, nothing but lies. If I stay on this train, this is where I'll die. The first ride is short, just to get a thrill. Then each ride gets longer, my life seems to stand still. I met a preacher man, he said he would pray. I got off the train, but back on again, the preacher man walked away. And the conductor with a gleam in the eye says, come on board the train and take a ride. Broken needles, broken promises, nothing but lies. If I stay on this train, this is where I'll die. This is where I'll die. It's all about the needle and the spoon. And no matter what your age, you can sing the tune. So the melody if I stay on this train. If I stay on this train. If I stay on this train. This is where I'm gonna die. This is where I'm gonna die.
For God so loved the world so much
Somebody help me.
that he gave his only Son,
Is there anybody there?
so that everyone who believes
Can
in him
somebody help me? Does anybody really care?
may not die, but have eternal life.
I can smell the breath of this train of death. Somebody help me.
For God did not send his Son into the world to be its judge, but to be its Savior.
We are back. Sorry about that technical difficulty. Like we told you, beefy fingers. If something's going to go wrong, it will. This is our first shot. Endless forms, most beautiful and ugly. But I'll tell you what, Ziggie, dude, that was epic.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just raw singer-songwriter music there. We wanted to start the evening with singer-songwriter. Most of you that listen to the Get Real podcast know I'm a metalhead. Okay, I'm just going to admit
You
it.
are a
I'm a metalhead. But good music is good music.
Yeah.
And Ziggie, dude, thank you so much. He's been a dear friend of ours for the past year. We've been doing a lot of work with him here. And you probably noticed that we've been putting up PayPal. And what we're going to do tonight, if you want to contribute to help these artists out, contribute to the PayPal. We'll put it up throughout the evening. What we're going to do is divide what comes in among everybody that's here, because it's hard times right now, and that's why we're doing this, and we're having a good time. That was Terry and Diane McCabe, of course, because of some technological issues. They are from Ohio. They weren't able to join us live, and that cut, H Train, just came off of their new album that just came out, and they're with guess which recording label?
I'm not wearing
You're
my
not wearing the
shirt.
shirt. Raven
Raven
Faith Records. Kelly, if you're watching out there, dude, you got the golden ear, man. We love working with all of your artists, and we got some new artists that we're going to be working with next month. That song was H Train from their new album, Fields of Mercy, Roads of Grace, The Scarecrow Chronicles Volume 1.
Wow.
Based on the Chronicles
powerful.
of Narnia. Powerful stuff.
My favorite books as a kid.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's H Train. We're going to join that with them a little bit later this evening for another cut that's very appropriate for this time. So another thing that we're doing tonight is we're celebrating the 2-year anniversary of the Get Real podcast, and
Wow.
everybody that we're featuring has worked with us.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
That's really cool. We've met some super cool people.
Yeah.
I remember meeting Ziggie downtown or North Charleston downtown.
That was the latest edition we ever cut, like at 1 o'clock in the morning with Ziggie.
Glenn, I kind of feel like we're violating protocol.
Okay, what's the problem?
Well, we're pretty cozy up in the fishbowl.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what the mask requirement was, but you just keep talking.
I'm just gonna-
You look a little peaked. I'm
Okay.
not sure if I don't want your COVID.
Okay, so I'm just going to talk for a minute. We've got some more good... Oh, brother. Punch it, Chewy.
You can never get too sad.
I got Dan Baca here with me.
One of us had to be ugly, and I decided to take one for the team.
I appreciate that. Don't wear that around Mac. That's gonna scare
I
him.
think
a
that's
little
when he
bit.
freaked out. It was parked in the hallway.
That was part of the technical. Look, we're getting more viewers. 31 right now. Keep
yeah.
that on,
Okay,
brother.
okay.
Keep it on.
A little hot in
Yeah,
here.
a little hot. I get it. So something that a lot of people don't know about Dan and I is we went to college together,
Yeah.
and we were actually in the same Spanish class. My sophomore year, it was your junior year. You were ahead of me. You were the guy in the back that read the newspaper.
It was the Bible underneath the news.
It was the Bible underneath the newspaper. Okay, I got it. So we're going to add some educational value to tonight's show. In Spanish, we are broadcasting from Carolina del Sur. correct?
Yes.
South
Punto de
Carolina.
Credito.
Okay, I get a punto de credito, South
Okay, this
Carolina.
is hot. I'm going to preach critical.
I don't want you to pass out over there. So we're going to toss it up to our friends in Carolina del Norte.
Yes.
All right. And we're going to have a very special friend of ours, Stacy from the Revelation Resistance podcast, introduce our next guest, the lasTrumpeT, up in North Carolina. So everybody hold on to your hats. lasTrumpeT, I can guarantee you we're going to pick up the heavy. They are going to rock your socks off. And here's our friend Stacy from North Carolina.
Yeah. I just want everybody to know that the Get Real podcast has made a real impact on my life as an individual. It's made me rethink a lot of things. You know, here in North Carolina, things are a little crazy. But thanks to the Get Real podcast, we got it under control. Dudes have been around for like 2 years. It's been great. Whatever you do not listen to the first guy. He's kind of tripping out. Man, I love you guys. For real though, it's an honor to be on the Get Real podcast, to be a part of this celebration of you guys being on for 2 years. Man, it's awesome. You guys have truly blessed my life, truly been a blessing to me in so many different ways that I can't even explain it. But I love you, Glenn and Dan, for real, no joke. I am here to introduce the lasTrumpeT. These guys are from Mooresville, North Carolina. I'm from North Carolina. I don't know how I miss these guys. I've never heard of them before. But I went and listened to a couple of their songs, man, and these dudes are jamming out. And they definitely got a heart for the ministry of Jesus Christ, for the gospel. They were formed in August 2017, and Chris and Tiffany Shelton are the ones who formed this band. The lasTrumpeT have influences that blend together Southern rock, hard rock, and metal, with influences like Lynyrd Skynyrd, Fireball Ministry, Black Sabbath, The Sword, and Christian rock like The Bride, Disciple, Striper, Skillet, and others. The lasTrumpeT explodes with a fresh new take on this genre. The lasTrumpeT has played at festivals, churches, and other venues. Their goal is still the same, to share the love of Christ. Follow them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to learn more about their ministry. Their newest single, Drowning, is out now. So, yeah, I had to read that. I couldn't memorize it, but man, hey, lasTrumpeT, man, check them out. They're going to be on here. It's an honor to introduce those guys. It's an honor to be once again on the Get Real podcast celebration, the 2-year celebration here. I don't know, I can say it 500 different ways, but I truly love you guys. I honor you guys. I'm thankful to be in this podcasting world with you guys. You guys definitely, truly do bring something different to the table. It is unique. It is a blessing, and it is something that is beyond precious. So I love you guys. Peace out.
Hey guys, we are the lasTrumpeT, and we're here to wish our friends at Lithoscry a very happy anniversary. So we've got 3 songs for you tonight in concert. We'll be doing a brand spanking new one called Devil's Hands. It's not been released yet, so it's coming soon. We have Drowning, which is already released, and you can find it on all media streaming stations, and Let the Wind Blow. We hope you enjoy. All right, guys, so this is our last one. It's called Let the Wind Blow. We hope you've enjoyed your time with us. We've certainly enjoyed being here with you guys and our friends at Lithoscry. And again, happy anniversary, guys. We look forward to seeing you soon.
We are back live in the Fishbowl Den. What do you think? What do you think about lasTrumpeT?
Oh, they're just chugging and shredding in the living room.
In the living room,
You know,
isn't
we
it?
do boring stuff. No, we play music, but that's awesome. Really good.
Awesome stuff. And they are guests with what recording label? Take a guess.
Raven
something.
Yeah,
we
I'm
like
not sure.
we like Ravens. As you can see, we've made some additions to the studio here to be more visually friendly, I'd say.
Yeah,
You know, we got the Lithoscry logo on the back, and we have a special guest in the studio. We have somebody that people have seen somewhat on social media. They hear references to him during each podcast, and a lot of times they hear him barking. Oh, look at that. He's making an appearance.
Yeah.
It is the one and only Mac the Metal
The
Dog.
top brass. I'm a little nervous.
Yes.
Mac, I'm sorry. I'm going to...
Yes, Mac is our writer, producer, editor, and program director.
Security as well.
Security, yep. We just do everything that Mac tells us to do. Mac, do you have, did you like lasTrumpeT? Yes, I like lasTrumpeT. Okay, did you like Ziggie? Oh, Ziggie's awesome.
No, it's... Hey, everybody, do you agree with me? Glenn went way too Cookie Monster on that voice.
Okay, what would you do for a voice
I don't
on
know.
that?
It's a little more dude, a little more Spicoli,
Okay.
but not all the way. I don't know.
You don't
Just
know?
The timbre was a little off, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, Mac has to get back to producing this great production here, so we're going to give him back to Deb, who's been feeding him cheese slices. There's Deb. Hey, everybody say hi to Deb. That's my wife, Deb.
And you know what? I'm not sure what it is, but I really feel like that Stacy and I are kind of on the same frequency. I mean, it may be something about my roots are from North Carolina.
It
I
might
ate a
be.
few GMO watermelons in the last band. Actually, if you need some help, they gave really good advice when it comes to picking out
They did.
non-GMO versus
Non-GMO.
GMO
Yes,
fruit.
yes.
If ants don't eat it, there might be a problem. You can take that from Southerners from North Kakalaki.
If ants don't eat it, we shouldn't eat it.
We should not
eat it. So let's talk about the Get Real podcast for a moment here. We are excited that this is our second year as the Get Real podcast. We used to be a radio show on News Talk 1250 WTMA.
1-800-737-1250. Don't call
Or
it.
Star 1250. Don't call it because we are
Right,
we are
still
not
active.
there. We are not there. We're making some upgrades to the program. We are going to start YouTube videos of. You're going to be able to see what it's like, the mayhem
That's scary.
in
but-
the fishbowl. We cut one today, so it's coming out later this week. It'll be out. We've had requests from our listeners for video. So, but I'm very excited.
Poor souls.
I am very excited about this week's edition that we've got out because we had the ability. Look at that live switching right there.
pretty slick,
We
man.
had the privilege of interviewing Mark and Sarah Anthony from one of my favorite bands, The Letter Black. I mean, these guys rock. What a heart for the Lord. They're in it for the right things. Great interview, and I really encourage our listeners to listen to this edition because they even went as so far as to do an acoustic version of one of their songs for us on the
wow.
podcast.
Okay.
So to get an artist like this, I mean, The Letter Black, they've opened up for bands like Skillet. Really awesome stuff. So check it out. You can listen to the Get Real podcast on Spotify. We're on Spotify. You can also find us on YouTube, Podbean, and iTunes, and we're on a whole bunch of others. How it all gets out there, I'm not exactly sure, but it does, which is great. But when you go look for us, just don't type in Get Real. Don't do that because you're going to get like a gazillion Get Reals. Type in Get Real Lithoscry. That's Lithoscry, and you can see it right. Oh, look at that.
Look at those graphics.
Right down there, graphics. Man, I've been busy. I've been really
guy.
busy. So as you can tell, we're having a good time up here. Thank you, lasTrumpeT, for laying down the heavy on that. I hope the police didn't have to come. I can imagine the neighbors.
Ethel, what are the neighbors doing again?
What are they doing again? Well, as we've been doing this podcast, we've been blessed by meeting many awesome people. How the Lord arranges it, it's just really, I can't explain it because God does it. It's sovereign. It's God's sovereignty. And that's something that we talk a lot about on the podcast and that Dan and I have had to come to learn is that we're really not in that much control of things. God orders it. We follow it. But one of the good friends, a good group of friends that we've been able to meet this year are Ashley and Larry Worhol from the band Worhol. This band really rocks the house. Great music. One of the things that I really appreciate about them is that their stream is kind of like what we flow in, kind of the gothic, a little bit darker, but letting the light penetrate through. You know, you've probably seen we've got lots of ravens. We got my raven up here on the microphone. His name is Kriegel. Yes, he's named. Mac has not barked at him. Hey, you gotta have fun up here, you know? It is what it is, you know? But Worhol is a symphonic rock band from Texas, the great state of Texas.
Pretty cool. Okay, sorry.
Okay. Means Christian.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, pretty cool. Educational values, Spanish and other foreign languages being spoken tonight up here. Texas, there's a lot of story behind this video that we're going to watch from Worhol. It is a pre-recorded video, and it has been made possible to us from the illusionist, the Mastersons. Great illusionist, award-winning, internationally known. It's from their Quarantainment edition on Facebook Live. And the reason why we had to do this is Texas, especially the Dallas area where Larry and Ashley are at, is they're on lockdown because of COVID right now. The situation right there is not good. So we had Plan B, and this was Plan B, and we thank everybody behind the scenes from Worhol and from the Mastersons to make this possible for us. And now I am excited to introduce to you.
He's going to press more buttons.
I'm going to press more buttons. We might wind up in space, but I am hoping that...
It'll be like an old Alpha edition from the 80s.
But I am happy to introduce to you the band Worhol.
Awesome.
Hey guys, thank you so much for having us on your show. We are here in Houston, Texas. Wave, say hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi, there's camera.
Howdy
We're
from Houston.
live. Yes, thank you guys again for having us. We are Worhol, and we wanted to give you a little bit more of an intimate show, so we're actually here in our practice studio. So yeah, we're Worhol, and our first song is The Voices from Above. Hope you guys enjoy, and thank you for watching.
Everybody ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Thank man versus mankind.
Waiting for him to tune.
Daddy is tuning. He's waiting.
Thought that thing was in tune when you bought it.
This is us. Yes.
Hands,
He's good.
We are the masters of our fate. That the task which has been set us is not above our strength. That its pangs and toils are not beyond our endurance. As long as we have faith in our cause and unconquerable willpower,
we have one more. Normally during our live concerts, the song is called Already Forgotten, and I always ask the audience out there who has been in a relationship where you were thinking, what was I thinking? Most of the time, literally everyone will raise their hands. I'm sure everyone, yes, they're ignoring me now. So, further ado, Already Forgotten. Just once? Just once?
Oh.
Just once that you regret? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know that story, so. Maybe on the road we'll find out. Already Forgotten.
Oh, no. No,
Okay.
you're not going to find out.
Oh, fine.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Already
again, we're Worhol. Bye. Back to you guys. Thank you. Bye.
Thoughts, Dan?
Angelic. That was beautiful.
Unreal.
Yeah. The talent tonight is
just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Love the comments that are coming through on Facebook. I'm trying to move all the switches and buttons and trying to not to be beefy fingers like I was at the outset. I think I've gotten a little bit better. Love the comments about Dan Baca. Sonny, yes, we recorded today's podcast from the Fishbowl using video, especially for you.
He asked for it.
He asked for it. You got it. Toyota. So for those of you that are watching, I love it. We've got 51 people watching right now. We are Dan and Glenn from Get Real, Lithoscry podcast. We promote the prophetic arts is what we do.
We do.
Ask me what the prophetic arts are. I really can't explain it. It's just something that God was stirring in me. I think you're seeing it. You're seeing the release of that tonight with all these bands, musicians. Basically, it's using art, using music, whatever, to glorify God. And we'll talk more about that on the podcast and do that. Well, we are now up to the moment that I've been waiting for. We have our headliners in queue. Who do you think they are? And it's not Kenny G.
We've given Kenny G kind of a rough
time. We have. We've been giving him a real hard time.
I don't think he's in the chat, but if he's listening, respect. Yeah.
Definitely. Take a guess.
I don't know. I can't.
Okay.
Carla in Orlando.
Carla in Orlando from Armor of God. From Orlando, Florida. A little bit about this band. I met them, saw them, and listened to them for the first time at a Hammerfall and Delane concert in Tampa, Florida. And I was blown away. I yelled at Carla over at her merch booth. I was like, hey, where are you guys from? And when we decided that we were going to do the Get Real podcast, they allowed us to use their music as the intro theme.
Yeah.
And they've been with us from the beginning.
And we went, what, a year later? Or how much later did we
go? We
there?
went 2 years later,
okay.
And I just saw them again in Florida. And you want to talk about a band that has grown since I've seen them the first time? Armor of God lays down the heavy. No question about it. Raw talent. And every time I go to Florida, I love having lunch with Carla in Orlando.
What's the name of that place? The
Rock and Brews.
The
Rock and Brews.
Okay.
Yes, we go to Rock and Brews and hang out. So I am going to use my metal fingers, jazz hands, metal hands, to bring up Carla and Orlando from Armor of God, and they are going to lay down the heavy. Stick with us through the entire set. We got a little bit more after them. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Dan, you got something to say?
You always wanted to be a DJ, and you're up here spinning the hits.
I'm up here spinning, not just spinning the hits, but I'm spinning video hits.
Okay.
So that makes me a modern-day VJ.
Yeah, man.
No, actually, this was...
That's so 80s retro.
Actually, a childhood dream was to have a radio station in my bedroom, and we took a bedroom and converted it into a full studio. Kind of amazing what you can do now.
It's a little too cozy in here now. I'm going to put the Chewbacca head back.
All right, so now it is time for Carla and Orlando from Armor of God.
Hello everybody, we are Armor of God from Orlando, Florida. We're hoping you guys are doing fine and staying healthy in these times. So we are very excited to be here to celebrate the second year of Get Real podcast anniversary. Woo!
Get real.
Yeah, Get Real with our friends from Lithoscry, Glenn and Dan. We love you. And we hope that you guys that are listening to this today, that you can hear our music and connect with our message. So without further ado, right? Let's get started. Let's go.
Here we go. stay for you. Forever, no, I wonder. To live with joy in your soul, to live forever in His presence. We'll hold the flowers in the heavens with God. We'll hold the fight with God. In the heavens with God. We'll make you know the truth.
Can you hear them cheering? I can hear them. I can hear them. Right. All right, guys, we're so excited, and we're going to continue this journey with you guys. And the next one we got for you is one of our new material, and it's called Warrior of Light. warm up, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, at least my neck is very, very, very warmed up right now. So, guys, we're going to keep it going. And this time, we're going to go all the way to the life of the saints in history, right? So, and obviously, we love this saint because it's a girl, right? And her name is Joan of Arc.
This one is for Glenn.
Oh, yeah. This one, Glenn, this one's especially for you, my friend. All right? So we hope you enjoy it. Joan of Arc.
nice little ballad for
That's
you
a
guys.
little ballad, just a little nice and slow for you to enjoy. Woo. All right, so let's keep this going, guys. Let's really, really keep it going. Because actually, I am going to have a little bit of water.
Water with my
Yeah. And we are going to have a toast for the 2nd anniversary of our friends Glenn and Dan from Lithoscry. May God help them to continue their mission, and may God bless them. Amen and cheers.
Amen.
Also want to thank the Revelation Resistance podcast. They're together here with this ministry and shining the light of the world, shining the light to the people. You know, we cannot have a lamp underneath the table. We need to shine our light to the world because the world needs light right now. We cannot live in darkness. We are having a lot of dark times out there, so definitely we need to shine. And that's the purpose.
Talking about light, let's go back to the Dark Ages. How about that? How about we take you historically to the Dark Ages and to the... Sorry, Orlando. We're going to go to the Dark Ages, and this one is called The Crusader.
Screaming, and your promise you stay.
Yeah. They were not testing for COVID, so that was good. Anyway.
Black Death. They're going to come back.
We're keeping it going, and actually we're going very, very, very fast here. And we just want to invite you, actually, if you want to listen to more of our music, you can check us out. We're on Facebook. We're on Apple Music. We are on armorofgodmusic.com, which is a nice place, too. You can get some merch. Anyways, you can be our friend on Facebook. And, yeah, we're pretty nice people, so it will be nice to be your friend, too. So, anyway, let's keep it up. And this one is actually also part of our new material. It's actually one of the newest releases from Orlando's mind. And I guess I'll let him explain what it means.
Well, it's our latest single is God Rather Than Man. It's mostly about anti-hypocrisy song. You know, it's like how sometimes people hide behind the face of religion and God and do this, do that, but, you know, they don't act like that of themselves. So basically modern day Pharisees, let's put it that way. So we have a lyric video to it, so you can check it out in our page. And this is gonna be our last song for tonight. But we really love you guys. We love Dan and Glenn. And we've met you a few years ago, and we've had a blast every time we've seen you guys, and we really appreciate you know what you do for us, and we appreciate everything, you know, and we appreciate your podcast, and I hope God will keep shining this light that you guys bring to the waves of the internet.
Whoa, yeah.
And so on the world.
Woo!
You know, so we love you guys. Thank you for much.
So, Orlando, we haven't introduced the band, so if you want to go ahead and introduce us, that would be cool. You know, I guess people are wondering, who the heck are these people?
Sure, this is not planned at all. Our drummer is Henry.
Woo!
Henry, yes. Our bass player is Hector.
Woo!
Our harmonic guitarist is Raymond. And lead and harmonious vocals, we have Diana and Carla.
Yeah.
And then she said, I'm Orlando.
And that's Orlando right there. Yeah, I've said it like 3 times already. Yeah, that's Orlando.
We are Armor of God.
Yay! All right, so
all right,
let's bring it home, people.
God Rather Than Man.
All right, God Rather Than Man.
Man shall love
everyone. God bless everyone.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Chiropractic.
Wow.
Oh. Turn the mic on.
Turn the mic on. It helps. Old Beefy Fingers at it again. This is live, warts and all.
Yeah,
it's all
we're
good.
we're missing a sponsor, Glenn.
We need some chiropractors.
Smithfield Chiropractic or something. They're so tight, man. Take you to math class like every time, and Sunday school.
And math class and Sunday school at the same time. Carla and Orlando, that was epic. Ryman,
all those
Hector,
guys. Henry.
Man, Henry, you guys are rocking. You are rocking it, and we really thank you for that for our viewers. Dan, for our viewers out there, you have to go through the posts here. Dan posted a meme of what I call "Tickle Me Helmo." I'll hold it up to see if you can. No, I missed it there, but go down and go and find "Tickle Me Helmo." Okay, he's gonna hold it up. Here we go.
I don't know if they'll be able to see that.
Yeah,
but that's "Tickle Me Helmo," right?
Tickle Me Helmo. There we go. Wow. Hey, I just want to thank everybody for joining us this evening. We are not quite done yet. We got a couple things that we want to wrap up with. First of all, for those of you that are coming in contact with us for the first time, we are Dan and Glenn from Lithoscry. Lithoscry means stones that cry.
Yes.
And it's part Greek, part English. You probably saw show up on the page a PayPal link. I'm going to pull that up for everybody so that they can see it. A little live switching there. Hey, this concert was free. What we want to do is we want to support the artists that have contributed tonight. What we're going to do is we're going to take anything that's contributed, if you feel like contributing, and just split it up among everybody. We wanted to provide something positive and free tonight for everybody to enjoy. While we're talking about things to enjoy, I want to invite you to watch or listen to. We're moving into the watching phase of the Get Real podcast.
I can't pick my nose or anything.
Can't do any of that anymore. We got to dress nice and everything like that now. So a little more effort into things. But this week's edition of the Get Real podcast is with the band The Letter Black. Okay, check it out. Great interview from Mark and Sarah Anthony. Those of you that are into this type of music, man, these guys rock. I didn't really know this until just before we interviewed them. Their last album, I believe, their last album was produced by David Ellefson from Megadeth.
Oh, wow.
And they're really tight with the guys from Megadeth. So really excited about that interview that we were able to have with them. Check it out. You can check it out on Apple Podcasts, Podbean, YouTube, or Spotify. And when you type in Get Real Lithoscry. That's Lithoscry. So we're going to come back to the fishbowl cam right here. There we go. Hey, I want to thank everybody that was with us tonight. Big time. We are huge blessed. Check us out at lithoscry.com. That's our website. And again, please contribute to the artists. We have some artists that have some specific needs. Ziggie was telling me earlier that he's working on getting back down to Nashville to work with Billy Smiley again. And of course, that takes some money. No, this is not the PBS Telethon where we're going to return you to regular programming.
No, I'm going to juggle here in a second.
This is not what this is at all. Also, our friends Terry and Diane McCabe, Raven Faith recording artists, they are saving up for a new vehicle so they can get to more gigs. So if you'd like to contribute, we'd like to be able to bless them. They've blessed us immensely.
It's a tough and weird time, and I'm sure it's a tough and weird time for everybody's neighbors rocking out in their living room.
I can only imagine being Carla and Orlando's neighbors and the neighbors in the last. I'd love it. I'd go over and rock, rock my face
what if
off.
You got, what is it, like the crevices?
Or Hank Hill.
Well, Hank would be cool. Turn that darn music.
Turn that music down, please. We'd like to leave you tonight. We are going to sign off for a few minutes, but I'd like to leave you with another new release from our friends Terry and Diane McCabe. We're going to kind of calm you down a little bit, get you ready for bed with some awesome singer-songwriter. Again, we're gonna take it and bookend it. The song that we are going to feature is one that really resounds with me and with what we're doing here at the Get Real podcast. The song is entitled Androids. And this is a song that's based upon the Philip K. Dick novel, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? I did not know this, that the 1980s film Blade Runner was based off of this book. Okay? And really, this song has a strong message about churchianity and groupthink, which has kind of plagued our society today. And we don't want to be electric sheep.
That particular book was mentioned in one of the books that I was doing for one of our tinfoil hat podcasts.
Oh, really?
that actual
was
book,
it,
yeah.
Was it the book Put Me in the Zoo
No.
by Dr. Seuss? I still have this. We have to use more props now that we're doing video and become a little bit more creative. And Dan Baca, we'll be back again sometime in the studio soon. So, with that being said, thank you so much for joining us this evening. And we would like to bless you with one more song from Terry and Diane McCabe, Raven Faith recording artists. We love Raven Faith. Kelly, keep doing what you're doing. It's awesome. You're really blessing a lot of people. And this is Androids from Terry and Diane McCabe. Good night, everybody. It's been awesome. We're going to do this again.
Do androids dream of electric sheep?
We promised you again. Dan Baca. Thank you, everybody. It's been an awesome evening hanging with you all. Thank you for all the wonderful comments. Y'all rock. We'll see you on the next edition of the Get Real. The Get Real podcast. As you can tell, we've been having a really good time up here. Y'all rock on and peace out.